So we're looking at a serious deja vu situation with the NFL and the Referees Association. The current contract expires May 31st, and things are basically in a tailspin. They had a big negotiation session in late March that was supposed to last 2 days, but it ended in 3 hours. The league is sitting on a $23 billion in annual revenue, heading towards $25 billion by next year. They've got $110 billion in media rights over the next decade. Yet they're stuck in a standoff over a few percentage points. The refs want a 10% annual raise, and the league is digging in at around 6.7. Because of that impasse, the NFL is already recruiting 150 replacement refs to start training on May 1st. But here's the problem. It's exactly what happened back in 2012. People think a ref is a ref, but the hierarchy matters. The elite Division I college officials, like the ones in programs like the Mackey Development Program, who actually have a shot at making the NFL, they won't cross that picket line. Their supervisors are often former NFL refs themselves, and they've made it clear, if you scab, you're blacklisted, you're done. Your professional reputation is your only currency in that world, and the good ones aren't going to commit career suicide for a 3-week temporary job. So who does the league actually get? They get the career ceiling guys. We're talking Division II, III, high school, and even minor leagues like the old lingerie and arena leagues. These are the guys who know they're never making it to the pros on merit. For them, this isn't a career move. It's a bucket list item and a quick paycheck. In fact, back in 2012, the Legends Football League, which was the rebranded lingerie league, actually had to put out a statement saying the NFL was using refs they had already fired for incompetent officiating. Think about that. The NFL is using guys who weren't even good enough for the lingerie league. The data from that period is a horror show for anyone who likes a clean game. When those replacements took over in 2012, game quality didn't just dip, it broke. Penalty yardage jumped from 108 yards per game to 118. First downs gained by penalties spiked by 18%. Because these guys couldn't handle the speed of the game, they became reactive. They called 26 defensive pass interference penalties in just the first week. That's higher than any single week from the previous season, even with the pros. It even messed with the players' heads. Frustration penalties, like unsportsmanlike conduct, literally doubled between week 1 and week 3 of the lockout. The games got longer too, adding about 10 minutes on average because the crews would spend 5 minutes huddled up just to announce a ruling that sounded like gibberish. And it's not just a vibes thing, it changes the scoreboard. Quarterback accuracy artificially jumped to 62% because flags on defenders were wiping out incomplete passes on a massive rate. In 2012, 91% of flags on the long passes went against the defense. And then there's the gambling and integrity side. We all remember the Fail Mary in Seattle, bunch of bullshit, but most people forget the math. Vegas odd makers estimated that one single blown call in the end zone shifted $300 million worldwide. In today's world where the NFL is fully partnered with sportsbooks, a Fail Mary in 2026 would be a billion-dollar catastrophe. The league thinks they have a safety net, this time because they're giving the New York Command Center expanded powers to basically remote control the refs. They want to let New York call roughing the passer or intentional grounding from a screen. But the Players Union is already calling foul on that. They're saying you can't manage a game from a booth in Manhattan. Professional refs don't just throw flags, they manage the temperature of the field. Without that, you get what we saw in week 3 of 2012. Players like Darius Hayward-Bay getting hospitalized with a concussion on a helmet-to-helmet hit where no flag was even thrown. If the NFL goes through with this May 1st training deadline, they're choosing to put the Rolls-Royce of sports in the hands of people who have already reached their peak at the high school or Division III level. The statistics show it's not just about a few bad calls, it's a systematic failure that risks the safety of the players and the literal billions of dollars riding on the integrity of the shield. It's a high-stakes gamble where the only ones winning are the guys who know they have no business being there in the first place.